Today's horoscope, Libra September 28, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. The moon spends the day in your social sector, prompting a focus on your friendships or goals related to happiness and enjoyment. However, on another level, today's energies find you more concerned than usual with your obligations and goals. Further, some indecision is likely due to a Venus-Jupiter minor influence that tends to draw out any latent restlessness you might have. You could have many different ideas in play right now, but with this transit, focusing doesn't come readily. Venus is now transiting your second house of values, money, and possessions until October 17th, and Jupiter's influence can exaggerate your desires for things that might not have true value to you in the long term. Try to treat these as whims and fancies of the moment. There might also be a conflict of values that gets under your skin if someone's opinions bother you. If so, you might unwind and avoid clinging too tightly to your expectations. However, once over this hump, with this new Venus transit, you're especially interested in pacing yourself, winding down, and building upon your resources in the weeks ahead. Affections stabilize during this cycle. Relationships will be feeling more intense now. As sweet Venus, your planetary ruler, and our lesser benefic, shivers in the deep abyss of Scorpio, you'll be feeling quite possessive and eager for passion. This can make your relationship more exhilarating as you grow closer in body and soul. However, it can also just as quickly make it far more volatile as you rock back and forth on the waves of desire, trust, or frustration. The best thing to do is to have a heart-to-heart and face the music rather than running away from authentic communication and honesty. Being vulnerable at this time could be challenging, but it will also be vastly rewarding. Everyone will want to connect with you today. You will be all the rage in your social groups and professional network when the moon in Leo sextiles the sun in your sign. Colleagues, work friends, and clients will reach out to you. There will be a plethora of run-ins and messages alike. Since this is a highly social period, you could use this energy to reconnect with your work community. Do not be afraid to reach out to colleagues you have not spoken with in a while or attend events if you feel called to do so. When you are disciplined, no other sign can produce the kind of beneficial life source that you are capable of because your higher self is generally geared toward helping others. You must ground your physical body in the here and now to be able to reach that higher self. Use discipline to train your body to crave exercise and your mind to crave the healthiest foods possible. Here begins the successful adventure. Start this day without upsetting or questioning things. Indeed, the vibrations at the moment will tend to slow you down and make you ponder your initiatives. You will need to come to terms with events, most notably in your professional life, because the people you collaborate with won't miss out on opportunities to discourage you. Be vigilant and active in the different situations that come up and everything will go for the best. As Mercury begins his first full day in Libra, he benefits from the presence of the Sun and the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment, as well as Venus having already moved through. In these early days of your birthday month and new solar, with an eclipsing new moon next week, Venus has already given your heart a voice regarding your desires, hopes, and resolutions for the coming year. Now Mercury is here to focus on the timing and details. Meanwhile, Venus's early days in your income sector receive a significant boost from favorable professional conditions. The moon not only returns for its first visit to your friendship sector since Mercury, the planet of communication, left, but shortly after returning today, it will move straight into a friendly aspect to the North Node in your relationship sector. While this is a monthly event and something that will always kick off a positive few days for friendship and relationship building, there is both a chance to recapture something from the past and look to the future with confidence. Daily Planetary Overview. How can you have the best of both worlds when it comes to love? Today's cosmic energy might make you feel a bit torn. With the moon in Leo squaring Venus in Scorpio, you could find yourself wanting two very different things: deep, intense intimacy on one hand, and light, carefree fun on the other. It might seem like you have to choose between these two desires, but the truth is, you don't. The key lies in finding balance. Love doesn't have to be all or nothing to Euro. It can be both intimate and joyful, passionate yet playful. Have you ever had a relationship where you felt both fully connected and still able to laugh and be silly together? That's the energy you can embrace today. Sometimes, we forget how powerful that sense of connection is. When life feels overwhelming, it's easy to pull away and try to handle everything solo. But the truth is, we often find clarity and strength through others. Have you ever had a problem that felt unmanageable until you talked it out with someone close to you, and suddenly, it didn't seem so overwhelming? That's the kind of support that's available to you now, Euro. Don't be afraid to reach out for it. You might also find yourself involved in a lot of discussions or joint activities right now, and it's easy to get swept up in the excitement of sharing your thoughts. Your passion is admirable, but be mindful of how you're coming across. Have you ever been in a situation where you were so eager to make your point that it came off as a bit overbearing? We've all been there. Today, it's important to stay open to other people's opinions and avoid the temptation to push your viewpoint too hard. Being a bit more diplomatic can prevent unnecessary conflict and help you foster better relationships, both personally and professionally. In fact, today is ripe with opportunities for positive experiences and meaningful connections. You have a natural charm and openness right now that's drawing people to you, so enjoy it. Whether it's meeting new people or deepening existing relationships, this is a great time to embrace socializing. Have you noticed how sometimes the simplest interactions can lead to exciting opportunities? Keep an open mind to Euro. You never know where a casual conversation might lead. Maybe you'll make a new friend, or perhaps you'll deepen a bond with someone special. Helping others is also highlighted today, and there's a strong chance that your kindness will come back to you in unexpected ways. Have you ever noticed that when you give selflessly, people are more than willing to return the favor? A conversation with someone special is on the horizon, and it could have a very rewarding and positive outcome. This could be the perfect time to address something that's been on your mind or to strengthen a relationship that matters to you. On the practical side of things, if you've been working toward a big goal or project, today's energy supports turning your ideas into reality. But remember, it's important to allocate your resources wisely and not get too carried away by the excitement of a breakthrough. Have you ever gotten so caught up in the momentum of something going well that you overlook the details? Today's message is about staying grounded and making sure you have a solid plan in place. Don't hesitate to accept advice from Othersa Euro. It could make all the difference in achieving your goals. At the same time, trust in your own abilities. Your influence and input are more valuable than you realize, so don't doubt yourself. However, when it comes to financial matters, you might want to be extra cautious today. If you've been absorbed in your own world or feeling distracted, this isn't the time to dive into complicated deals or take on risky investments. Have you ever rushed into a decision because it felt urgent, only to regret it later? That's the kind of energy you want to avoid today. Stick to the essentials and resist the temptation to overextend yourself. The good news is that your financial instincts will bounce back into Euro. This is just a momentary pause to reassess. So, take a breath, focus on the basics, and know that things will smooth out soon. Now, I'd love to hear from you, Euro. Where in your life are you feeling this push and pull between intensity and lightness, or between routine and spontaneity? Are there areas where you've been craving more balance? Maybe you've had an experience where opening up to someone changed your perspective, or perhaps you've been sitting on a creative project that's ready to come to life. Share your stories in the comments. Let's encourage each other to embrace this energy of balance, openness, and connection today. The universe is offering you the best of both worlds, and it's yours to explore.